check out the brand new Diversified Game Academy course, Prepare for My First Trip to Africa. Are you worried about being able to afford the trip? We got you. We will show you how to travel either on a budget or as a baller. Learn how to stress the value of the USD. Did you know that 100 United States dollars is worth over 1,000 South African rand or 10,000 Kenyan shillings or 54,250 West African CFA? Are you worried about taking your kids? Get the game from Kellen Cash, a bona fide world traveler, having traveled to almost 20 countries, several of those in Africa. Get the game on taking your kids on their first trips. Learn how to find the best tickets, get the visas, and plan your own adventures in Africa. Don't let Eddie Murphy have all the fun. Plan your own coming to Africa trip starring you, produced by you, and featuring you. If you are ready for a life-changing experience, sign up for our course today, Diversified Game Academy. Get prepared and purchase at diversifiedgame.com.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Make sure you pick up my two books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy. And I talk about in that particular book how the system of white supremacy really runs on our daily lives here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here. We are here. It is Monday. October the 14th. Yeah, make sure I sound good. Cool, I sound good. All right, October 14th, we're here. You're here too, so it's a beautiful thing. And I know for what I just found out, a lot of states that we had hurricanes. I know like tax, if you got extension on your taxes and the tax is supposed to be filed by tomorrow, right, 15th. But depending on what state you're in or if they did declare a disaster, then you may have up to February to file your 2023 taxes. Yeah, so if you're kind of late on that, just giving you that, that piece of information, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So we're going to talk about some of the fallout from what Barack Obama had to say. We're definitely going to replay it before we get into how some FBAs decided to respond to your former president, Barack Obama, because he decided to come out there and wag his finger at Black America like he has any kind of influence or sway with Black America. He has no influence. He has no sway. Nobody's listening to him. And he did that to himself. He did that to himself by not doing nothing for Black Americans while he was in the White House. He had a full 8 years and he did nothing. So why do you think that somebody's going to listen to you? Right? But I hope everybody's doing well. Just a few things, as always, we talk about, the African Diaspora News Channel app and the Google Play and Apple App Store. Of course, we talk about that. That's the best way to support us, for sure. If you get a monthly subscription, quarterly or yearly, is a blessing for sure. And all proceeds go directly to us. Nobody's cutting funds out because, for instance, the other day I seen somebody had did a donation. And maybe I need to talk about those one-time donations. Somebody may want to do that. I think a person had donated 100 the other day, but I won't get the full 100 versus if I should probably start putting our Stripe account, and our Square account for like one-time donations, because we get the whole thing that way versus, the super chats. We don't really get the whole thing. If a person decides to do that, of course. So maybe we'll have to start doing that. But outside of that, the weather's changing. It's getting beautiful out here. Fall. I love fall. Fall is a great time of year and all of that. So let me check what some of y'all saying. You say the Republicans sent you a sticker. You say, I put a Trump van sticker on your truck. Okay, Gary. Well, I had somebody actually Sunday, some organization text me. And hold on, let me see if I can go find it. Hopefully I didn't delete it. Let's see here. Hold on, let me find it. Okay. Yeah, they said that it's Ken with PXP. Never heard of it. They say, are you planning to vote for Kamala Harris for president? And they say, stop to quit. So I just typed no. And then they respond, got it. Thank you for your time. Have a great rest of your day. Are we texting me about no Kamala Harris? Now, normally I don't even respond to stuff like that, but no, they trying to feel, what people going to do. And I'm like, nah, not here. And yes, I've heard she dropped a plan for black men. Yes, I know about that. And I will go through that. Not today. Probably go through some of that tomorrow, among other things. But yes, I read through it. I saw it. And preliminary, you can't do anything race-based or Edward Bloom is going to come behind it and get it struck down in court. So that's mistake number one on say we're going to do this for black men. Now you could say, are we doing something for freedmen? That's a federal classification for us. There's only one group of people that's been called freedmen. We had the Freedmen's Bureau. The Freedmen's Bureau is still kind of running, but anyway, they should have said the term freedmen, not black men. Okay. Then you could actually do something, but you're not Edward Bloom proofing your plan. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. Okay. Tell me, you say it's freezing in Chicago right now. Let me see what the weather is in Chicago. Hold on. Let's see what it is in Chicago. Hold on. Let me check this weather out, because y'all telling me about Chicago weather. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on. I just want to see just for myself. Chicago, Illinois. Oh, y'all say it's like 50, but it feels like 44. Man, y'all got some good weather right now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, y'all in Chicago, we have some good. Now, when it gets down to that snow and negative, I couldn't deal with that. But right now, that is some beautiful weather. I'm looking at what y'all weather gonna be all week. Man, y'all getting down in the 30s by Wednesday? 38, 39, high 55. Boy, that is some good weather. You can stay right there. I wouldn't want no colder than that. Well, shout out to all y'all from Chicago. You say it was 51 today? Okay, cool. All right, appreciate it. Appreciate it, descendant of freed woman. Appreciate it. All right, so let's go ahead on and get to our, let's see what we're going to do today. Hold on. Let me think. What are we going to do today? Yeah, let's start the week off with Eric Mays, and then we're gonna go ahead on and deal with Barack Obama a little bit. So let's go ahead on Eric Mays and then Barack Obama.
I'm just telling you, I'm gonna let you talk.
Who you talking to? You gonna let the voters let me? I got voted in. Who you talking to? You gonna let me? I got seconds left.
I want you to know.
Ain't she crazy? How many seconds? I'm counting your time. Miss Galloway, I'm gonna rule you out order. You keep talking so much.
Do I have the floor? Do I?
Yes, you do.
You have the floor. Thank you very much.
What a fool.
We have got to help the city of Flint. We have got to move the city forward. We have got to vote yes on this. Thank you.
Ms. Herkenroder, you the reason that I'm going to vote the way I'm going to vote, because you tried to put words in my mouth like I said you was a racist. You got to stop doing that. You've got to stop doing that.
Ms. Fields, please be very careful in that area. Please.
All I said there was mediation and there were people in rooms.
You told
That's
details of who in what room and how many.
But I am going to finish saying this.
Well, go ahead.
That's fine. Do you?
It shouldn't be fine. We got folks sitting in business, and I wouldn't care if you was the chair, the sofa, the TV. So you might want a dialogue.
I don't give a...
You don't give a what?
That's what he's trying to do.
So you dialogue?
There's no dialogue.
It is some dialogue. You gave me some
point
dialogue.
of order. Councilwoman Worthy, what is your point of order? No, I'm not.
You ain't?
I'm not.
You must.
This is a joke.
Stop this abuse.
I'm going to give
It
you
is
a
abuse.
point of order. Personal attacks is out of order. Now, you want to make a personal attack on me, I'm going to tell you something. I'm tired of Ms. Fields calling me racist. I'm tired of you calling me personal names as it relates to women. I'm tired of it. It's wrong. You're out of order. But you keep doing it. Because when I start blasting your butt like I'm doing, everybody already know it's coming from y'all. But don't get beside yourself, Mr. Chairman. If he gonna holler tell me to shut up, you better give him his warning.
I gave you yours.
Give him his. If you gonna discriminate, you gonna let the white man running for mayor holler across and tell this black man to shut up.
I don't want to hear
So when he get loud, I'm gonna get louder. When they go low, I go lower.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the great politician Eric Mays, somebody who actually did have respect in the black community. All right, so, we're going to go ahead and get class started. Ladies and gentlemen, class is started. Get your pens and paper. We're going to talk about your former president, Barack Obama, and then we're going to play some videos of some great brothers and sisters responding to this man. So maybe some people, say, well, what did he say? I kind of heard it. I saw bits and pieces of it. So we want to first play what he said just to keep you in remembrance of what he said. And then we're going to go to the brothers and sisters. So let's go ahead and cue that up. And then let's go. Hold on. Here we go. All right.
Communities is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all directly and say that when you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you, understands the struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences. Who's had to work harder and do more and overcome and achieves the second highest office in the land. You just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for that. And so now you're thinking about sitting down or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you because you think that's a sign of strength, because that's what being a man is, putting women down. That's not acceptable.
All right. So just to give you a remembrance of what he said at the time, Barack Obama has some nerve. Now, this is a man that when he decided to leave the White House, he went to Martha's Vineyard. He didn't go back to Chicago, and Chicago has a lot of nice places to live. He didn't go back to Chicago where all the brothers and sisters at. He went to the most Mayo place he can go, Martha's Vineyard. That's where he went. Him and his wife. That's where they wanted to stay. They didn't want to go back to Chicago. And you say, well, they can stay wherever they want to stay. You're right. You're 100%. They can say what they want to say, but here's the problem. Barack Obama don't interact with black people like that. And not Martha's Vineyard, he don't. Maybe they have some other black folks sprinkling in here and there, but you know how that goes. There's little specks in a sea of Mayo, right? He could have went back to Chicago. He could have lived on the great side, the nice side. I mean, shoot, he could have got him something in downtown or whatever neighborhood, right? He could have got something. You know, that's the affluent in every city, no matter where you at. But he didn't go back to Chicago and make a difference in Chicago with those brothers and sisters. He went to Martha's Vineyard, okay? But yet he gonna come down and talk to the brothers. I don't see too many brothers living in Martha's Vineyard, bruh. I just don't see that. So Barack Obama has no sway. And this is about to be the proof. We have a couple of brothers, couple of sisters that just was not impressed with Barack Obama talking to the brothers. Let's go ahead on and cue this up.
Man, they got Obama on the campaign trail for Miss Harris. I'm trying to figure out one thing. Who do the Obama supposed to be? The black messiah? Talking about his message to all the black men. Why we not voting for Miss Harris? You look at the situation we in right now, you know, in the last 4 years, and then, Obama, you ain't done a motherfucking thing. Shit. It was better when Trump was in office than me all the way around. So who the Obama supposed to be? The guy Messiah? Man, hell nah, man. You ain't spread the Red Sea. You know what I mean? You ain't done no like that to us, man. You ain't did for us really on the cool. You know, so all that bringing Obama and praising Obama, I don't give a damn about Obama. When he starts doing something for these black communities, then I say, well, good kudos to you too, brother. But other than that, man, stop throwing that shit in my face about, oh, the black men not voting for Miss Harris. I'm not voting for Miss Harris. That's just flat out. And I don't give a damn who she bring in. Obama is not the messiah, man, for black people.
All right, so let me stop right there after that, brother. Now, 100% right. Barack Obama is not the messiah of black America. He's not. He's not the oracle. We don't look at him and say, oh, my God, what President Obama going to say? He thinks in his mind, his rabbit mind, that he can come in and talk to us any kind of way. But he been doing that in his presidency, though. During his presidency, he always was talking down to black people and definitely black men. So really, this isn't really too different than what he's been doing. If you just go back and look at his history, right? He has no respect for black men because he wasn't raised around black men. Remember, he has a white mammy. He grew up in Hawaii. How many black men do you really see in Hawaii? Okay, military, yes. But you don't have too many brothers saying I'm moving to Hawaii like that. I'm just saying, you just don't. So what black men he been around, I mean, talking about his upbringing years. I'm talking about just from a little boy all the way up. He didn't have no black men around. So how can he really relate to black men? Okay, yeah, he went to Chicago and all of that. But see, Obama and Kamala, both of them, and you know the two things they both got in common. One, they don't have FBA parents. Two, not only that, I can understand if both his parents were Kenyan. That's one conversation. I can understand if both her parents was real Jamaicans. You know what I'm talking about? Dark-skinned Jamaicans, right? Chickpeas and rice, that type of Jamaican. But both of them do let me see how I can say it. Some quote unquote, I don't like that term, but I'm going to use it because they use it. Some biracials play a game. Whoever's in their face, they going to try to relate to. So if it's a black person in their face, they're going to try to relate to them. If it's white people in their face, they're going to try to relate to them. If it's Hispanics in their face, they do this thing where they try to relate to everybody. It's an interesting dynamic. And they both do that. Him too. He's never stood on business for anything with black people. He always think about during his presidency, Barack Obama, he was always trying to appease Mitch McConnell. Remember? Mitch McConnell will talk to him like he's less than a man sometimes. You the whole president of the United States, and you letting this old white man who's a Senate majority leader talk to you any kind of way. Well, my hands are tied. I mean, Mitch McConnell, I can't do this. I can't. Mitch McConnell will sun him a lot. It looked bad. Now, but it's a but. He don't come from our lineage. And that's why a lot of that happened. Because when you try to people please, think about it. When he said if I had a son, he would look like Trayvon, right? You remember that? And it was nothing wrong with what he said. Nothing was wrong when he said that. Them folks came against him and well, I don't want to say anymore because I may mess with the investigation. Huh? You think if I'm the president, I'm messing with all investigations. I'm putting my mouth on everything. You gonna mess up the investigation. If I see an injustice, I got freedom of speech too. And just because I'm the president don't mean I can't say something. That was wrong what happened to Trayvon Martin, and Zimmerman should have went to jail. He shutting his mouth is part of the reason why Zimmerman did not go to jail. Let's call it what it is. All these black people that was killed underneath Barack Obama's watch, and he got the nerve to come out in front of black people, because I remember I covered them all. I covered them. These stories of lots of black people was losing their life behind incidents like the Trayvon Martin incident. And you had right after that, you had the Michael Brown and all this happened underneath his watch. All underneath his watch. Let's continue.
Yeah, they crashing out. They crashing out real bad, and it's over for them, and they are in shambles, and they losing it. So they sent their overseer out, said, let's get these in line so they could stay on the plantation. And to my white Trump supporters, tell me if you noticed the racism. I know y'all be seeing it too. Because why didn't he go out and address the Latin brothers? Why just the black brothers? Get the flick out of here. And you ain't like us either, Obama. I already done said that. Because here's the thing. And you should have stood down after you saw how black men roasted Magic Johnson when he tried to come out and tell them to vote for that lady. They brought his son into it. Yeah, they did. So you should have been quiet, because this is Magic Johnson's son and this is Donald Trump's son's. You need to get your own house in order. And to Obama, what did you do? You brought Obamacare. Look at what happened to the Obamacare boy. He not an Obamacare girl. You don't think black men notice the Democratic Party's campaign to emasculate them? You don't think they done picked up on that? But it's like they really think we're stupid. Like, why would black men vote for the prosecuting attorney that raised inflation, that locked up so many black men, who has a white husband? The only black that's in her was Willie Brown's Willie. Why would they vote for that lady? Why would they vote for the prosecuting attorney over the man that signed the prison reform bill, the First Steps Act? Why would they do that? Like it's the playing in my face for me.
Okay, all right. So let's get into, one of many ancestral incarnations. Let me address you first. That's the perfect way. Do not discuss politics at work. Don't do that. Matter of fact, don't even discuss politics with nobody. Let me tell y'all something. It's so bad now. I don't discuss politics with. Only time I'm gonna discuss politics unless I'm in this venue. I'm in this suit, right? I'm on this microphone. I will discuss it. Outside of this microphone and my platforms, I don't talk politics with nobody. If they bring it up to me, I play like I'm dumb. I play like I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't even want to get into it with you. Because let me tell you something. Politics and religion is the two things that people get so emotional about, angry about. Politics and religion. More people have lost their lives in history behind politics and religion. Everybody think they're expert in it. And the majority don't know nothing. I'm telling you, they don't. Just by talking to them, they don't. Even if you know more than the next person. They get so emotional. Look at how some black people are acting. If you just say, I don't know about her. You didn't say you was going to vote for Trump. You just say, I didn't know about her. And I ain't going, you going to act like that? Matter of fact, Lord Jamar had did an interview, I think on the Art of Dialogue channel. And he was saying that, he was talking about, he was going to vote for Trump. And I went immediately to the comment section. I can't believe he said that. Oh my God. I love Lord Jamar and his music and his advocacy. And now he said that I'm going to not ever listen to him again. These people are that silly. And this is what I tell all of you, right? This is what I tell all of you. If you don't want to listen to me no more because of an election, that's really what it is, an election. One or two are going to win, and that election going to be over. You don't know that lady from a can of paint. She don't know you from a can of paint. And yet you're trying to throw away relationships. You don't want to watch people. You don't want to do whatever because they don't support that lady. Listen, I'm going to say this. I'm going to keep preaching this, right? Listen to me, people, in the chat. If somebody want to not talk to you anymore, if somebody don't want nothing to do with you anymore because of this election, say, you know what? I'm happy that happened. Thank God for Vice President Kamala Harris, because it wouldn't been for her coming around, she couldn't have created a separation in this community that been needed to happen. And I've been preaching for years that a separation in the black community needed to happen. And it's happening. And I'm loving the sight of it, because we got to get these people that's all into that Democrat mess away from us. So if this election is going to be, look, if a family member don't want to talk to you no more, let them go. You don't need them, because there's 7 billion people on the earth. Trust me, you have a friend that can be like a family member to you, right? If somebody, well, I don't want to go on a date with you because you know what? Beautiful. Don't go on a date with me. You got some women I've seen say, my husband voted for Trump, I'm going to divorce him. Well, you know what? Go ahead and divorce him then, because you didn't love him no way. Last time I checked, when you take a marriage vow, say for better or worse, you're not always going to agree with your spouse on everything. You're just not. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, you need to move around. I'm not going to sacrifice nothing. I'm going to start talking to family members behind the election, behind some people I don't even know. That's stupid. So, yeah, don't discuss any kind of politics with anybody on your job. Don't do that. Matter of fact, at my child's school, they asking my little girl, who you want to win? And I already told my little girl, when they ask that question, just tell them I'm not into all that, and I don't pay attention to it, and I couldn't vote no way. I'm only 10. So I don't know. I'll say whoever it's going to be, right? And that's what I tell her to respond to everybody that ask her that question at school. Yes, 10-year-olds are discussing it. They are. And then some of the teachers are discussing it and all of that. So some of the teachers are of course, with the Kamala thing. And like I told her, certain things they said, I had to kind of correct her on, I say, no, that's not going to happen. This is not going to happen, X, Y, Z. But you just tell them that, hey, I can't vote anyway. Whoever win, where they win, and that's that. I'm not even into politics. I'm just trying to pass the 5th grade. And that's that. Yeah. Let the experts talk to people with that in certain settings. All right. So what the sister was talking about was, the brothers got at Magic Johnson for sure. A lot of brothers was like, hey, Magic, we like how you play ball and all that, but bruh, yeah, that son of yours, hey, people said it. I didn't go there in that commentary, but people did say that. I mean, you do, like the sister pointed out, you do see the difference with Donald Trump's sons versus Magic Johnson's sons, right? So, if you're going to come down on brothers, they're going to point out your fatherhood. That's just really what it is, okay? All right, so let's get to the next sister in line.
I want Barack Obama and every Democrat out there to know, you do not own black people. We are not slaves. Our chains are gone. We do not owe you anything, and we don't have to give you an account for how we choose to vote. He sounded like a slave master in that clip. Sounded like he was on the plantation telling a bunch of people who had run off they don't have the right to do something unless he gives them permission to do it. It's as if he's telling these people, you all just need to shut up and get in line. Do what I tell you to do. How dare you try to think for yourself? How dare you try to reason for yourself? How dare you choose to vote for somebody else who I say you don't have the right to vote for? How dare he try to shame people and tell people that they're misogynists if they don't vote for Kamala Harris? And you say that Donald Trump is the one who's denigrating black people. You are the one, President Obama, who is denigrating these people because you think that they don't have the right to think for themselves. And instead of respecting their right to choose who they want to vote for, you want to shame them into voting for the Democratic candidate because they don't have the right, in your view, to vote for somebody unless you say that they have the right to vote for that person. And I actually saw another creator on this app praising Barack Obama for the stunt he pulled last night, talking about, yeah, he told those black men, he let them know. It is not up to Barack Obama to criticize anybody. It is not up to Barack Obama to try to shame anybody into doing something. That is not his place. He is not nobody's daddy up in there. Black people are not accountable to the Democratic Party. We don't have to give an account for who we choose to vote for or how we choose to vote. The Democratic Party is accountable to us. Kamala Harris is running for president. She is accountable to us. And then our former president actually had the nerve to talk about how disappointed he was in the black community for not supporting Kamala Harris the way they supported him. So when he was running, he got about 95% of the black vote. Joe Biden in 2020 got about 90 or 92% of the black vote. Now we have Kamala Harris in the swing state of Pennsylvania, which is where they were. In that state, she has about 77 or 78% of the black vote as of yesterday. But instead of placing the blame with Kamala Harris, people are turning around like Barack Obama and saying, the problem is you. You're the problem. You're a misogynist. If you don't vote for her, there's something wrong with you. It's not her. It's you.
All right. So that sister was cooking. 100% right. Yeah, but see, this is the thing. Now Kamala Harris, she's trying to play catch up. When she first got in, she didn't want to do no interviews. She was avoiding the media. She didn't want to talk to nobody. Everybody said, hey, when you going to do an interview? When you going to do an interview? She didn't want to talk. Now all of a sudden, when it's literally getting down to the 2-minute warning for her in the election, now she wants to interview with everybody now, right? Now she wants to talk. And we know the more she talks, the more people going to find out who she was. You got to remember, back in 2019, she didn't get a single delegate. She dropped out the race. So now people are supposed to like her now? Like, what changed about her? And at least in 2019, you couldn't put, on her about the economy. You couldn't say nothing about the migrant crisis. You couldn't say anything. She had a better chance to win in 2019, in my opinion, 2019, 2020, than now. I'm just saying, it's not like she coming off of an administration that was just so successful. People are suffering in this country. And Joe Biden say, yeah, and she's part of it. Because she'll with me to every step of the way. That Joe Biden, boy, he trying to get her. He don't like her. And everybody, it's really been coming out how he just don't really feel her like that. Well, of course he don't like her because she went along to undermine him. Right? But yeah, it's not Kamala's fault for nothing. It's the brothers. They did it. Now, she's so desperate now. Guess what, y'all? She did an interview with Boulay Martin. She finally interviewed with Boulay Martin. I saw that. Trust me, if you've seen one Kamala interview, you've seen them all. Boulay Martin didn't really push on anything with her. You remember when Boulay Martin interviewed the super mayor? You remember that? Same kind of interview. He didn't push nothing. But there's one interview I'm interested in seeing. Kamala is going to go interview with Fox News on Wednesday. I say, whoa, they're actually going to do an interview on Fox News. She is getting really desperate now because she avoided Fox News like the plague. Trump wanted to do a debate with her on Fox News and she didn't go. Now you want to go show up in the last few minutes of the election on Fox News? You don't have long now. I mean, shoot, it's what, the 14th? Yeah, she going on Fox News, so that's going to be interesting. Now, you saw what happened on 60 Minutes, and that was that. Now, you imagine what they going to ask her and push on her on Fox News? That's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see that Fox News interview. I'm pretty sure that's probably going to go viral because they probably going to be looking to get at her. But both have okay. It say you want excellent up-to-date coverage. Okay, yeah, appreciate that. He said Doug is coming to Savannah. Man, nobody want to hear nothing from no Doug. Nobody want to hear nothing. He's not running for president, number one. Number two, he's boring. I remember the DNC convention. He was trying to do a speech, and this guy was, I'd rather watch paint dry. then listen to that guy. He has no personality. He has nothing. He's just, I guess, Doug, I guess. You know, that's fine to be Doug, but when you are getting in front of a crowd of people, you got to kind of electrify the people a little bit. You got to read the crowd and feed off the crowd's energy, and then you can go off of that and do your thing, right? You know, so no, Doug is not, he's not going to help her. All right. So the Democrats don't own black people's vote, bottom line. And don't let these people shame none of you into voting for them. They don't listen. They ain't done nothing for you to shame you. Tell them to go shame the Asians. Go shame them. Notice Obama not shaming the Asian men? He ain't saying nothing to Asians. They actually did something for Asians. And they're not wagging their finger, Asian men, you better get out there and vote. Not saying a word to Asian men. So leave us the hell alone.
Would really like to know why, when it's election season, Obama sees fit to always punch down on black folk, and specifically black men. I am quite befuddled that somehow our community takes the rap for the Democratic Party's lack of reading the room. And when it comes to the conditions of black folks in the United States of America, no matter who has been in office or even held the majority of Congress, black people's conditions have stayed the exact same, and in some areas have gotten worse. And then to use this trope as somehow black men just don't want to see a woman as president is absolutely insane. I have never once seen this party address white men and white women and their complicity in upholding the oppressive systems against black and brown folks in the United States. This is why I'm not mad at people opting out of voting, because we have literally fought for the rights of ourselves and everybody else in this country, and still the finger gets pointed at us. And at the same time, no one is ever willing to put in plans and policies that positively impact black people in America.
All right. So you heard what that sister had to say. When we get to that brother, the brother be the last one that we're showing with the brothers and sisters. See, everybody's not happy about what Obama has done. Democrats, you're in trouble. You are in major, major, major trouble, Democrats. I think you're in a worse position than you were even in 2016 with Hillary Clinton. At least Hillary Clinton was up more in the polls. She did have way more black support than even Biden had, right? Just a little bit more. And how y'all gonna win this election? How? And the thing is, what Obama has done, y'all better hope that the election cycle moves so fast that some other things happen to make people kind of forget, because this is still sticking right now. The best thing for Obama to do is just go himself back to Martha's Vineyard right now, because nobody, like I said, he's not moving the needle. This man messed up his own legacy. He didn't do nothing for black people. He caused calamity in the African continent. He let Mitch McConnell talk to him like he was a child. And he literally sitting in the president's seat, right? But every chance he got, he was putting up the LGBT flag on the White House. That's what he was prioritizing. Talking about men going in women's bathrooms and like, he got 2 daughters. How in the world? This is what I don't understand. You got 2 daughters, and yet you gonna sit up here talking about men going in women's bathrooms? And you have 2 daughters and a wife. Most men I know wouldn't got 2 daughters and a wife. Don't want no man in the bathroom with no women. But you gotta remember, all that started with him. All this, the way the Democrat Party is now, prior to Obama, it wasn't like that. He brought in all this mess y'all see today that you just like, what? What's going on? He brought all that in. And I'm happy that a lot of black people are rejecting the Obama brand of the Democrat Party. If the Democrat Party want to win some elections, you better go back to the old Democrat Party or at least try to, where you're throwing away all that craziness that's going on. You're not prioritizing all these alternative lifestyles and all this. And y'all, Trump just got a new ad I saw today on X. I'm like, oh, man. In which I played that clip already on this show. I already played that clip. But he put Charlemagne the God. Hold on, let me see if I can get that ad. I saw it today on Trump, and I wasn't even supposed to play that because I just saw it like before the show. Hold on, let me see if I can find that. It was posted to X. He said he was about to run that one on TV. Let's see here. Hold on, where's that at? Let me show y'all this. Hopefully I can show y'all this, but y'all gonna be like, man, yeah, okay, it just pulled up. Hold on, I have to probably watch the music aspect of it.
Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners.
Surgery.
For prisoners.
For prisoners, every transgender inmate in the prison system would have access.
Hell no, I don't want my taxpayer dollars going to that.
Kamala supports transgender sex changes in jail with our money.
Kamala even supports letting biological men compete against our girls in their sports. Kamala is for they, them. President Trump is for you.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Now that was an ad that was just dropped on Trump's X account today, but the simple fact of yes, that's something that she thinks about. That's what it is. Okay, let's talk about black men and black women for a minute. Most black men and black women that I know, they're like, okay, hey, a person's lifestyle, that's what that is. Okay, that has nothing to do with me. You live your truth over there, do you. Most black people aren't down for all that mess that Kamala got going on and what the Democrats got going on. Sorry, they're not down for that. And surely, I don't want my tax dollars going to people's elective procedures. That's elective. If that's the case, well, shoot, the government should be paying for breast augmentation, liposuction, BBLs, and everything else, right? Because that's elective procedures too. If you're going to pay for one thing, you might well pay for it all, right? Rhinoplasty and any of the other plastic surgery that somebody want, right? That's the priorities of what Kamala Harris and the Democrats are focused on. But Barack Obama want to come out there and wag his finger at black men. That's what he wants to do, right? Yeah, right. Jada says, what about our family and straight lifestyle? 100% correct. What about our families? What about our children? What about them? They don't care about that. They don't. And if you look at the numbers, that particular community represent maybe 2%, 3% of the American population? And yet you're giving all this, attention to that? And check this out. I always say this, right? What about the trans men? Well, you notice they never make the trans men a priority? Have y'all noticed that? The studs, basically. Notice they never, but see, let me tell you what I like about the studs. The studs, yeah, they want to wear the same cologne and cut their hair like a man and maybe wear the same get up I got going on. Okay, cool. We talking about the average stud. But see, studs not trying to say they're men either. Studs, they'll be hanging out with guys and all the other thing like that. But see, studs, some of them will just realize the error in their ways, and then now they'll have them a boyfriend somewhere, and they're not studding it up no more. And some of these dudes today, they chasing studs now. They chasing them. That's a thing they doing now. They see a stud and they after them. But no, they don't prioritize trans men at all. Now, some of the studs take it a bit far and go get all the injections and get facial hair and all that, how that goes. But they never prioritize the trans men. So I say, wow, even in the trans world, men don't get no break, do it. I say, that's crazy. I say, the straight laced men don't get no break. I say, and even the trans men don't even get a break either. They don't even care. Boy, that's interesting. That's interesting. I tell y'all. Enjoy the weird times we living in, folks. And then Elon Musk got the robots, and boy, now he created our robot in real life. So there you go. So let's get back to the last brother here that's gonna be responding about Obama.
And if you want to sit your biscuit down somewhere, goofy look like Slender Man, Like, ain't nobody trying to listen to you, bro. You didn't get the memo. The community ain't fucking you, dog. We ain't fucking you. We ain't got 2 words for you. Yes, we do. High and by. We are not fucking you, B.O. Like, no, bro. They gonna send your community like, oh, let me go ahead and chastise the black man. What? No. We are not fucking you. We're not. And just for that, they sent Magic Johnson. They send Yo. Oh, and don't forget Sassy Martin, D.L. Hughley, Ricky Smiley. Like the list goes on and on. Like, really, bro? Al Sharpton, that old snitching ass number a rat. Who's next? We ain't fucking none of y'all. None of you guys represent a real black American man. Not one of y'all. If anything, y'all represent what it means to be a goddamn seller.
Yeah, that brother 100% right. They said they've been sold out. They sold out for the Democrat Party. It's funny, he didn't call him Boule Martin, he called him Sassy Martin. Yeah, everybody on all a bumper. And I'm loving to hear everybody doing that. Man, the black community is rejecting the Democrat shields. They rejecting y'all. Democrats, after this election, if your homegirl lose, after this election, y'all going to have to fire all your shields. You're going to have to go back to the drawing board. And then you're going to have to concede to what black people are saying. You're going to have to actually talk to the real black people to figure some things out. Because right now, if y'all keep playing the same playbook, the Republicans are going to be winning elections for a while. And y'all won't be winning anything. And see, y'all thought that y'all can just come out there and trot out the issue of abortion. And, oh, yeah, that's going to just move the needle for you. Newsflash, like I've said this, I'm going to keep preaching this. Abortion don't pay the light bill. It don't. There are people who don't even have kids, already got kids already, right? They're not thinking about that. Some people are, they have their different faith. And their faith, they can't get down with y'all on that either. So you're cutting out even voters by pushing that. You need to take that one issue and dump it in the trash if you want to win some elections. You need to take the immigration issue, take that and dump that in the trash. That's not a winnable issue. When it comes to all that stuff about LGBT, you need to take that and dump that too. That's not a winnable issue because the majority of the country isn't LGBT. I'm just telling you straight up. Democrats you need to move to the center. You need to be more of a moderate party. Not far crazy left progressive. That's the only way you're probably going to get back in office again. But if you keep going down this crazy left-wing progressive things you got going on, talking about trans women's surgeries in prisons and taxpayers paying for it, y'all Democrats are pushing trans surgeries in the military. The place that we want the toughest men and women to be. That place. You're pushing that in even in the military. I'm just shaking my head. So see, that's what it is. And what y'all don't understand that black Americans, whether you believe this or not, we are conservative people. We are. I think I remember that episode on Blackish. Well, you remember Jennifer Lewis, she's a hardcore Democrat. And she played the grandma and the little girl, with the eyeglasses. And she was like, I'm, Democrat. I voted about this. She gave her that test. Well, ask her about certain issues, like what she believe in. And in the end, after she took that test, they say, oh, okay, so you're a Republican. No, I'm not. Like, according to this, you are based on what you believe. A lot of black people have conservative values. They just don't vote that way. Most black people kind of tolerate that crazy left-wing progressive stuff, but most black people are like, I vote Democrat, but I don't agree with all that. Most black people tell you that. Well, Del Monte Green Beans. that's a funny name. In order to do what I'm saying, they literally got to start over from scratch. They got to get they have to start over from scratch. So I don't think they want to. They've been operating this long. You know, Jamie. Look at Jamie Harrison, the head of the DNC. I mean, he literally fits the mold of what we was talking about. Do he look like a man that you would say, man, you know, he's really running a party? If you look at Jamie Harrison, I mean, you don't see nothing tough about him. You don't see like he running something. He just look like a figurehead. That's it. He got that. I'm not saying nothing more than what the look is. He has that sassy and buck-broken look about him. And how many of these Democrat males got that sassy and buck-broken look? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The look they have. It's a certain look. Men know the look I'm talking about. I'm not saying they're doing anything more than the look. And what men gonna follow that? Most men don't follow that kind of thing. Now, you know, when Obama's like, well, y'all want to follow Trump? That's string to you? When have you ever seen Trump run around here be sassy and buck-broken, though? When? Trump don't back down from none of them. Whether he right or wrong, he triples down on it. Whether he's right or wrong. He don't back down. If a man tells him something crazy, he got something crazy to say right back. A woman say something crazy, oh, she not getting spared either. When you want that in a leader, I'm just saying. Some people won't say it, but there's a lot of men that like Trump for that reason. I said it years ago and I'll say it again. Some men like Trump for that reason. They like him for that reason. I can't believe you said it. I'm saying it. Because it's the truth. Some men, they won't say it because they're afraid. They're afraid of y'all. They're afraid of y'all ridiculing them and talking crazy to them. But some men like that Trump will not take no crap from none of you. So Nikki say Obama can kick rocks. Say his name is Burn over here. Yeah. Cynthia Hayes, thank you very much. Also, power to the black man. Yeah, I don't know where all the new viewers come from, but shout out to y'all. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Click that like button as well. Some of the new viewers that just showed up. We are here at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, I don't know if, because I know it's the last couple of weeks of the election. And I know y'all trying to see what we all saying in these internet streets. I understand. That's why maybe some people have showed up. That's a little different, and that's okay. You're welcome to be here. My name is Phillip Scott. If you don't know, we've been talking about these, not only this election, but what's been going on with the different parties for a very, very long time. The issue with black men, those of you new viewers, we've called this mess out a long time ago. I said a long time ago that black men don't have a place in the Democrat Party because that party promotes the sassy and buck-broken male. And black men, or just any man in particular, cannot get down with that. That's not a source of strength. In that party, they also play gender divides in that party, trying to divide black women from black men. And I want you to notice something, new viewers, that when black men say, you know what, I don't have a place here, I'm grabbing my stuff and I'm leaving, black women left too. Because there's a good percentage of black women, I think they say 12%, that want to vote for Trump. Black men, let's say up to 15%. How did that happen? That has never happened with black women because black men have left. You understand? See, the reason why black women stayed with the party so long because black men was there with them. Yeah, and black women may vote more, but black men was voting right, second after them. But there's women that say, no, if the black men not staying, I'm going. Because I don't want to be here if they're not here. See, that's the smart sisters. They're not like the other ones that stand behind and run off at their mouth. You understand? They want to follow what the brothers are doing. And shout out to all those sisters. And that's the sisters that need the brothers' protection. That's the sisters that the brothers got to speak up for. That's the sisters you want to crash out for. You don't crash out for Kamala Boulay Martin. You crash out for those sisters that get with the brothers and follow what the brothers are doing, following the lead. That's the ones you protect and crash out for. John Farrow says, good evening from Frisco, Texas. Okay, you're in Frisco. Shout out to Frisco. Say the plan was to replace black voters and it's backfired. Obama has the nerve. And I'm glad black men, all men, are waking up. Yep, that was the plan, John. That was the plan. But God. That's what I always say. But God. And thank you very much for the love offering. We greatly appreciate the love offering. Yolandia. Thank you very much, Yolandia, for your generosity and love offering. But yeah, see, they thought, well, we had these black people go vote Kamala in easily. And then what we're going to do, listen. Then what we're going to do is we're going to give amnesty to all the migrants we brought in, right? And we're going to give them amnesty and give them citizenship. And then once we give them citizenship, then we're going to tell them, hey, okay, as repayment, you got to vote Democrat, right? Now, these new citizens, they'll do it because they say, hey, I want to get because they'll tell them, look, you do this and I will help you get your family over here. Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah. And because they've imported so many of them in here, there's more of them here now than FBAs. You understand? So at that point, if they succeed with their mass amnesty, what they want to do, they will make the black vote irrelevant. Basically, you know how black American votes are in California? That's what they want to do across the land, is make the black American vote irrelevant. Democrats do not like. Danielle, thank you very much for support. They want to make the black vote irrelevant because they do not like that the road to any power comes through black America. They hate that with a passion. They want to be like the Republicans, where they really don't need our vote like that. But the Republicans are seeing, we need some black votes over here, because this is the problem with the Republicans too. That 65 and older crowd that always voted for the Republicans, a lot of white people. And just like a lot of the black people that voted for Democrats, they going on. They passing on out of this world and transcending to wherever, they supposed to be, right? Some people be with the Lord, some people be with the devil, who we don't know. But they're transcending out of here, so they're losing voters. So the reason why in this election, they were even talking about older people now, because the older people can't help them. It's going to be the younger people. See, the older people, at least in the black community, they're living off of the Civil Rights Bill and voting rights and all of that. The younger people are saying, hey, I need help. The older people at least bought a home. They had a home, car. They had the American dream. Young people can't even get it. And Democrats have no answer for that. They don't really have an answer. How is it you going to sit up here and import 15 to 20 million people during the 4 years of Biden-Harris? You're going to import all those people in here knowing we got a housing crisis. Where them people going to stay? But see, you're going to make sure those people got a house over American citizens. Bezzy said, keep it Uncle Phil, Georgia early voting starts tomorrow. Okay, Bezzy, are you going to vote tomorrow? And that's another thing I teach new people that's here. We want everybody to go to early voting, preferably the first day if you can, early voting. Why? Sometimes you just don't want to be in that crowd. I've always participated in early voting if I decided to vote in an election. Now, like for instance, in 2008, when I talked about that the other day, I did vote for Obama. 2012, I chose the couch. I didn't vote for him. Not in 2012. I didn't like what he did in those 4 years, so I just chose the couch. But if I do go vote, early voting, that's what I do. And that's why I teach all of y'all. Also, new viewers, because of what the Democrat Party has done, especially what happened in California, to get you up to speed. So Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, had come up with a California Reparations Commission. He wanted a commission to study the harm of slavery, did a reparations commission. The reparations commission did their job. The head of the reparations commission came here and interviewed twice. When it was time to start implementing the office to find out who's eligible for these reparations, the Democrats in California sabotaged the reparations bill. You can't get more Democrat than California. Republicans have nothing they can do there, right? The Democrats themselves sabotaged the reparations bill. Then they put a bill up just so they can apologize, playing in our face. Then they had another bill come up in California that Gavin Newsom vetoed, where it would return land back to black Americans that was taken through eminent domain and racist terrorism, etc. He vetoed it. This is Democrats doing this, not a Republican state like Texas, which I'm in Texas, but a Democrat state, complete ran by Democrats. So when we saw how they played with black people, and that one sister in California, I never forget, they say, you know, this gonna have a friend on this gonna have an effect on your friend in November. I say, oh yeah. I say, you know what? I said, nope, it's vote against blue no matter who now. And that's what I got on, new viewers, is that, okay? I don't care if people say, I ain't gonna watch you no more, fine, because you know what? I welcome all the new viewers that's coming in. All right, Timothy Bright said, all right, you don't want me to get Michael. He said, oops, I mean Michelle. He said, oh, we talking about Michelle Obama. Oh, she can come on out too. They say quantum, they say the migrants, they say are not voting Democrat. Their conscience and spirit won't allow it. Yeah, and that's another thing. They know them Cubans in Florida vote Republican. They know that. But where's Obama go and shame those Cubans in Florida for voting for Trump? We only want to get talked down to. We the only one that get the shame is black Americans. And I'm proud of black Americans for taking a doggone stand and say, Democrats, you are not is going to talk down to us. You're not going to disrespect us. We were finally respecting ourselves. Finally. So, you know, and I'm going to tell y'all something else. I've been talking to a lot of black people, and these people not on camera, but I will be talking to some black people on camera this weekend, actually. But there's some black people out here that will tell you on the slide, and I hope y'all ready for this. It's, hey, man, you know, I won't say this out loud, but, man, I vote for Trump. I'm telling you, there's a lot of black people saying that. Black men and women are saying that. I'm telling you. You remember what happened in 2016? Well, people, you say, who you voting for? Yeah, I'm voting for Hillary. And then when the election happened, you're like, how Trump get all them votes? People were shocked about the votes Trump got. There are people that is afraid to tell you they're going to vote for Trump, so they'll lie to you and say they're going to vote for Kamala and the Democrats. They're going to lie to you. And then, so you won't like condemn them or treat them bad because they're afraid. I mean, y'all have bullied people to the point of lying. They're afraid. But when they go in that voter booth, they're going to vote Trump. And y'all going to be shocked when you see that happen because y'all created an atmosphere of bullying. Oh, you say it's like that in Georgia? You say especially after Hurricane Helene, Great Black Shark? Hey, he said Trump talked down to Detroiters this past weekend. I heard what he said. He said that if Kamala wins, it's going to be like Detroit, basically. And I know a lot of people from Detroit, and I think he was more so talking about like the economic conditions of Detroit, the unemployment rate, like the economic. From what I was gathering from it, it was more so the economic conditions of Detroit and how Detroit has had some issues and problems, you know, in the area of economics. And that's kind of how I took it, you know, because everybody say, see, you was talking about black people. I mean, well, black people didn't put Detroit in that condition, though. They didn't. It was the politicians, especially NAFTA, that hurt Detroit too. Even the North American Free Trade Agreement that shipped a lot of Detroit jobs to Mexico. because Detroit was a big manufacturing town with the auto industry and things like that. And they took a lot of that production out of Detroit and sent it to Mexico. That'll be like taking the majority of the oil and gas jobs out of Houston and send it to Mexico. Houston will turn into Detroit. That's what it is. If you take Hollywood and the music industry out of LA, entertainment, and ship it to Mexico, it will be the same thing. You can't take an economy from a city and don't replace it with anything. And that's what they did to Detroit. They took the bread and butter of people's jobs and shipped it out to Mexico for cheaper labor. That was really what happened to Detroit. It wasn't that the people were just so bad and ran it down. No, it was Bill Clinton with NAFTA and all that, shipping jobs over there to Mexico and the corporations. Yeah, we know about, but I'm talking about NAFTA. I'm not talking about because NAFTA and China is two different things. NAFTA was part of shipping jobs out of the United States into Mexico. Ford had got some plants over there now in Mexico, taking jobs away because they can pay the Mexicans cheaper to do it. And they'll take the same cars, bring it right here, and sell it to you like the car was made right here. That's the killing part about it. It's not like they're getting cheaper labor and then the prices are cheaper because of that. No. They'll get cheaper labor from them and sell it to you extremely high too, like it was made right there in Detroit. But at this point, you say he was being disrespectful. Trump gonna be disrespectful. I don't care. Listen, I don't care about any of that. I don't care about what Trump say. I don't even care what Kamala say either. I don't care. All I care about what you gonna do for the economy. What you gonna do? That's all I care about. What are you gonna do? How you gonna help out the businesses in our community? What the tax rate gonna be? I don't care. I really don't care. Because that's what the mainstream media wants you to do. He did this. She did that. And get you so riled up with emotion and get you to respond. They can't get me with emotional response. I can care less at this point. I just don't care. You say they took sewing factories and steel mills from Buffalo? Yeah. If you take that stuff out the country and leave the people with no jobs, what you think gonna come in? Crime. That's what's gonna come in. Because people gotta make money. Okay, you said the same thing happened in Flint. You said y'all late great Mayor Stanley tried to stop it. Okay, there you go. Oh, Flint this and Flint that. But when you take jobs out of a city and don't replace it, what crime is going to come in? Because people got to eat. And we know a lot of crime in the United States is done because of economic reasons. If you bring manufacturing jobs back to the United States and make things here, then it can put a lot of people to work. I'm a firm believer people need to be at work. You can cut down a lot of crime if you send people to work. Trust me, you do. Put people to work. The Rust Belt, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we definitely passed time. Thank you for joining us on the stream tonight. You say, Trio Team 6, they rather shame black men and lose the election than to have a serious talk about reparations. Of course, they don't want us to have reparations. The Democrats, you talking about, the Republicans don't want you to have reparations, and the Democrats don't want us to have reparations either. Both of them. But see, Democrats, though, a few more supported than the Republicans, though. No. They support giving reparations to migrants. Look, if I'm not going to get reparations, the migrants not getting it either. So I'd rather the Republicans get in if that's the case. Then nobody getting it. How about that? And the migrants going to get out of here because they got to go. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us on the show tonight. Really appreciate it. Make sure to click the subscribe button. Make sure to click the like button. That's very, very important. Make sure you be back here tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be talking about just more what's going on in this election cycle. We're getting down to the wire with this election. And I hope, like I say, early voting has started for some people. I hope you participate in early voting Texas. You know, we'll be next week on the 21st, and I will make sure that I vote on the 21st, ladies and gentlemen. James, appreciate you. Thank you. But thank y'all for listening, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see y'all tomorrow. Oh, make sure to go to Phillip Scott Podcast tonight, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time.